Use of natural preservatives, utilizing ingredients like rosemary extract or vitamin E tocopherols. That's a fantastic choice. The use of natural preservatives like rosemary extract and vitamin E tocopherols is a highly sought after method in modern formulation, especially in the realm of natural and organic cosmetics and food products. These ingredients primarily function as antioxidants, which help to prevent the degradation of oils and fats, rancidity, thereby extending the product's shelf life. Since you've asked for instructions on their phase-by-phase use without a table, I will guide you through the typical stages of formulation. Assuming you are creating an oil-based product, emulsion, like a creamer lotion, emulsion or GS, similar in hydrous product, as this is where their primary preservative role, antioxidant, is most critical. Phase 1, preparation and assessment, the planning stage of So think of this as your recipe prep. Before you get your hands oily, you need to figure out exactly what you're making and how much of your powerful antioxidants you need. 1. Determine your goal and base formula. First, know your creation. Is it a super simple facial oil, anhydrous, no water, a thick body butter, or a complex lotion, emulsion, water, and oil? For oil-only products, your primary focus is antioxidation, stopping the oils from smelling off or rancid. Both vitamin E and rosemary extract are perfect for this job. For creams, lotions, water, or oil mixtures, you're still protecting the oil phase with these antioxidants. Crucial reminder, if your product contains water, you must add a separate lab-tested broad-spectrum preservative to stop mold, bacteria, and yeast from growing. Rosemary and vitamin E won't do that job. 2. Calculate usage rates. Don't just eyeball it. Use a scale for these potent ingredients. Vitamin E, tocopherols, you'll generally use this between 0.1% and 1.0% of your total formula. For purely antioxidant protection, keep it low, 0.1%, 0.5%. If you want the added skin benefits, you can go up to 1%. Too much can make your product feel sticky. Rosemary extract. This stuff is powerful, and a little goes a long way. Use it between 0.05% and 0.2%. If you use too much, it can sometimes give your product a noticeable herbal scent or a slight greenish tint. 3. Weighing. Get your precise scale ready. Accurately weigh the necessary amount of vitamin E and rosemary extract into a tiny separate cup. Precision is the key to potent, safe products. Phase 2. Incorporation into the oil phase, the heating stage. Both vitamin E and rosemary extract are oil-soluble, meaning they love and mix perfectly with oil. Since rosemary extract is tough and thick, we introduce it early into the warm oil phase. 1. Heating the main oil phase. If you're making something like a balm or butter, you'll need to heat your solid oils, like cocoa or shea butter, and waxes, beeswax, etc., to melt them, usually between 65 degrees and 75 degrees. Everything should be a clear, uniform liquid. 2. Incorporating rosemary extract. Rosemary extract is often a bit sticky and highly pigmented. Add your pre-weighed extract directly into the warm liquid oil phase. Mixing. Stir vigorously or use a mixer until the extract is completely dissolved and you can't see any streaks or clumps. If it's not mixed well, the antioxidant protection won't be even across your product. 3. Temperature check. If you're making an emulsion, a cream, you need to keep this oil phase at the required temperature, e.g. 70 degrees Celsius, until you combine it with the water phase. If you're just making an oil blend, you can let it start cooling down now. Phase 3, post-emulsification, cool down phase, the finishing stage. This is the phase where you add the delicate ingredients like vitamin E and any essential oils. We save vitamin E for now because high prolonged heat can slightly reduce its benefits. 1. Emulsification, if making a cream lotion. If you're making a cream, combine your heated oil phase and your heated water water phase, which should have your water-soluble, broad-spectrum preservative. Mix rapidly until the mixture turns into a stable, creamy emulsion. It's still hot, around 70 degrees Celsius, to controlled cooling. Now you need to cool the formula down slowly while stirring. The sweet spot for adding sensitive ingredients, the cool down phase, is typically below 40 degrees Celsius, ideally 35 degrees Celsius to 38 degrees Celsius. 3, incorporating vitamin E. Once your product hits that target temperature, under 40 degrees Celsius, add the pre-weighed vitamin E Tocopherols. Why the wait? By adding it now, you maximize both its antioxidant power and its skin-loving properties, which might be damaged by prolonged heat exposure. It also immediately starts protecting other heat-sensitive ingredients you add here, like essential oils. 4, final mixing and homogenization. Mix everything thoroughly. 4, creams. Mix with a stick, blender, or whisk for a few minutes to make sure the thick vitamin E is fully blended and that your cream is stable as it cools and thickens. For oils or balms, stir until you are certain the blend is uniform. This final mixing step ensures every part of your product has equal antioxidant protection. Phase 4, quality control and storage, the assessment stage. You've made it. Now let's make sure your product stays perfect by using smart storage techniques. 1, final inspection. Smell test. Does the rosemary extract's scent dominate? Make a note of it for your next batch. Color check. Did the extract change the color of your final product? 2, packaging and capping. Transfer your finished creation into its final containers. To get the absolute longest shelf life from your antioxidants, you must protect your product from light and air. Best containers. Use dark glass, like amber or cobalt blue, or opaque pump bottles. Light is the enemy of oils and speeds up the rancidity process that your natural preservatives are working so hard to prevent. 3, shelf life monitoring. Keep 1 labeled sample and check it regularly every month. Sniff it for any signs of rancidity, that waxy old oil smell. This confirms that the amounts of rosemary extract and vitamin E you chose are working effectively to delay oxidation in your specific formula. To summarize, rosemary extract goes in the warm oil phase because it's robust and often needs heat to disperse. Vitamin E goes in the cool-down phase to preserve its full potency. This tag team approach maximizes your natural antioxidant defense.